International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Good evening and welcome to Today on One. I'm Isai Sipunga. In the news tonight, Nampo launches festive operation. JCI tackles critical challenges faced by Namibian youth entrepreneurs. Natus sets up pop-up centers this festive season, and poultry farmers excited to attend bird auction event. Now for the news in detail. Nampo launched the festive operation, and this time they plan to have their presence felt. The idea is not to intimidate civilians, but to protect and prevent chaos from happening throughout the festive season, says Regional Commander of Commerce Region Ishmael Basson, while addressing members of the force on the parade ground at the Windhoek police station.
Prevention is better than cure is the slogan of the festive operation. There will be police patrols in all areas of Windhoek, and members of the force will conduct stop and searches, looking for any suspicious items that could potentially be dangerous.
The most very important is to prevent crime from happening. And if we fail to prevent, we must be able to find any car that is transporting or somebody who is carrying dangerous weapons, is to search, make body search and vehicle search. So that is the way my approach is, so that we make sure that nobody is transporting stolen items, nobody is carrying the dangerous weapons, be it knives or be it firearms.
Since the lifting of most COVID-19 regulations, there's been a noticeable increase in criminal activity, especially in Windhoek, says Basson. The operation aims to reduce crime as low as possible. As far as resources are concerned, Basson says they've got what it takes to carry out their duties effectively.
With lockdowns and the regulations, crime is always being limited. You know, the movement of people, the business hours, everything is limited. So the crime obviously dipped. But with the lifting of all the regulations, crime is increasing. And that is where we are looking at coming up with operations, particularly that is facing specific targets, like in prevention of housebreakings, prevention of assault, GBH, and just the general safety of the public out there in their properties.
There will be an all-women operation called Operation Basadi in the famous Operation Kalahari Desert. Basson says civilians shouldn't feel intimidated by a strong police presence, as the plan is to ensure safety and security.
Great combo deal from Choppies! Choppies, great value for your money.
Nothing is too good for my daughter. Now here's the deal, Nambi. There's no playing around with other boys before your wedding. Do you understand me? It's the most important day of your life.
Nambi, baby, you have a face like a beautiful person. I got you this Virgin Mary necklace to protect your innocence.
Stupid man. We have loved each other since high school, and now you want to turn your back on me? All the plans we made, you just throw them away? And you want Nambi now? When I've always been there for you, Ziwa, do you understand? And she doesn't even love you. I wasted my time on someone like you.
Don't be like that, Jalia.
Love, everybody needs it. Love. Oh, yeah.
Connect in style with O Smartphone, Namibia's most affordable 4G handset. Enjoy high-speed connectivity to music, videos, and social media. Experience life on the 4G fast lane when you swap your 2G or 3G SIM for a free 4G SIM. Get it all for only $4.99 Namibian dollars, and you can make the connection with MTC.
Established in the 90s by the National Youth Council, Junior Chamber International Namibia aims to promote leadership skills and instill entrepreneurial culture in the Namibian youth. At a recent gathering, the JCI highlighted that youth empowerment continues to be a concern in Namibia, especially when it comes to registering a business.
JCI is here to fill a gap among the youth space. We are a solution-driven youth group that is here to propose tangible solutions to some of the challenges that our country is facing. JCI Namibia is a social and community entity of rough diamonds. And we are taking these rough diamonds so that we are able to polish them into successful entrepreneurs and community champions. It is a process of taking young people, working with them, polishing their skills, so as to turn them into successful entrepreneurs or community champions.
He further said that although Namibia has institutions where one can register your business, the process takes too long.
We have observed with remorse the suffering of young entrepreneurs in this country. The business environment is not favorable for young Johannes who is trying to jumpstart his diesel mechanic workshop. It is also as excruciating for young Cassidy, who is trying to develop an online platform for paying of traffic fines. Young people have challenges such as ageism, prejudice on incompetence, corporate discrimination, and fear of failure in an unsupportive environment. It would seem as if there are really many opportunities for young people. And in that vein, we would like to appreciate the efforts of policymakers, in an attempt to improve the ease of doing business for young entrepreneurs. Policy framework is there. Some policies have been developed. It is there, So at a policy level, you would really think, wow, Namibia is doing very well. Now, as we are all aware, Namibia is known for having outstanding world-accoladed policies and poor implementation of those policies. It is not by surprise that the policies in place to support young entrepreneurs and create an enabling environment for doing business are seemingly failing. This situation is causing tremendous despair among young entrepreneurs, some who even dropped out of formal education to pursue their entrepreneurial aspirations.
Going forward, the organization plans to, amongst others, bring together like-minded youth to work on projects that will boost their economic advancement with a focus on sharing resources, expertise, knowledge, and experiences.
Every Saturday at 7 p.m., you can stay true to Namibia sounds with the Valentine's True Music Sessions. Only on 99 FM. Stay tuned. Stay true. There's no wrong way.
Valentine's. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Man, you can't be anything. You should be everything. Strength provider, the architect of every ring. Experience penny years, see the face of God and live.
I pray to God for my enemy. Why your lady, why your baby, why not baby? Insta baby, Insta baby, Insta baby. Why you lying? Everybody shake what your mama gave ya. Everybody move what your mama gave ya. Everybody shake what your mama gave ya. Everybody move, yet lost, fuck.
You are now watching the V10 Countdown.
I only spin with one tires. I don't drive with them. The road to zero starts with me.
I don't drink and drive. I'm going to take a taxi.
1, 2. Safe to zero. Put on your seatbelt, safe. Yeah. The road to zero starts with me.
Jaywalk and it might be your last walk. The road to zero begins with me.
Better late than never. The road to zero starts with me.
This festive season, members of the public will be able to book appointments for their learners and driver's license tests and other services at pop-up centers in shopping malls. This was initiated to avoid congestion at NATI's offices due to COVID-19 and to bring their services closer to the people.
As part of our taking NATA services to the people and also to prepare for the festive season, we've decided that we're going to have pop-up NATA centers at malls, at the big registering authority offices. For example, we will have pop-up centers in Windhoek. In fact, we started in November already. We were at Vernhill, we were at Maroa Mall, and we were also at the Grove. And then sometime in December, we'll also be at the Katutura ShopRite Center. This initiative was received so well by the public in Windhoek that we have decided that we are going to be at the mall, at the Grove, daily. We actually started yesterday. We are daily at the Grove Mall until I think around about the 15th of December. We will be offering services such as vehicle license renewals, personal license number plates applications. We are going to attend to all NATA's related inquiries. We'll also attend to all permits, now that's not taxi permits, inquiries. In addition to Windhoek, we are also going to have pop-up NATA centers in the north. We will start on the 11th of December at, I think, Oshakati or Wediba specifically. We will have pop-up centers in Tsumek. Next week, Tuesday, we will be in Hobabas. And then we will also extend this initiative to Wolfish Bay and Swakopmund.
Philemon says there are a lot of new services to be introduced, such as applying for services online and the introduction of a new look license card.
For now, it's only for the festive season. The reason why we are doing it is because we want to offer an opportunity to those who are working to be able to get their documents in order before they travel on a Saturday. And in addition to that, we want to also ease the congestion of NATA's offices. You know that COVID is still around us, so we don't want people queuing up too long at our offices. That's why we are offering this additional service. For now, it's only for the festive season, but we will see how the demand is. If the demand is still there, then we might just continue and continuously have pop-up centers on Saturdays. Quite a lot of things planned, a lot of exciting initiatives that are coming up. We are planning on launching online services. Soon you will be able to renew your vehicle license online. You won't be required to go to any NATA's office. Everything will be done online, and we will give you the option for your vehicle license to to be delivered at your house via NEM post. So we'll obviously share more information with that, more details about that. In addition to that, we're also looking at online bookings for learner license. Right now we are using boxes where applicants can place their applications in the boxes and then we call them. Before the end of this year, we are going to launch the online services where learner license testing can be booked online and also for the driving license. And then we've been working on introducing a new driving license card that will be launched either before the end of this year or beginning of next year, where we have introduced a more advanced features card, if I can call it that, so it will be very, very, very difficult to replicate that or to have a fake driving license. So that's just part of our initiative also towards road safety. You don't want an unlicensed driver on your road. Yes, so we do have a lot of exciting new innovations coming up regarding NATIS.
This initiative will be rolled out across the country as it is well received by members of the public.
What do you think about this one, babe?
You go now.
You're the best.
Can I go now?
Sweetie, we're just getting started. 1 second, babe. I'm on the phone. Yeah. What do you think about this one, babe? Babe? What were you saying?
More than ever before, football fans demand unique insight and analysis. The Football Review is much more than a highlights show. Bold, provocative editorial that goes beyond conventional reporting, setting the agenda for football discussion. Champions League, Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga 1, and much more. Want genuine insight with hard-hitting editorial? Need compelling premium football content? The Football Review. Best, bar none.
Win free airtime with #LearnOn1. Share your comments on the lessons. SMS your feedback, name and town to 555. #LearnOn1. Invite learning in.
Poultry farmers recently gathered at the annual bird auction hosted by Nambour auctioneers, where a variety of birds, such as amongst others different chicken breeds, turkeys, peacocks and parrots, were up for auction.
Wouter Moelman from the Nambour auctioneers highlighted that throughout the past years, a number of people have started to show great interest towards farming in the poultry sector. Moelman further stated that there is a good market for birds both from the local people and from customers abroad, such as those from Angola.
What is happening is we've got a lot of those people from Angola. Keep on coming, keep on coming, keep on coming. So the good thing about this is we select the nice ones. If we're not happy with the breed or the quality that you bring, for instance, then we will say type. So it's not the actual name. We will say it's the name, but the type afterwards. So it's not the quality that we want. But if we can keep on breeding the good quality, there's a good market, but both locally, Angola, even from this platform. So I think There's a huge market for apart from the chickens, also ostriches, huge market. Peacocks, very good market.
Muluna Moses Natangwe, a farmer who flew all the way from Oshikoto region, stated that he came to buy chickens as the auction always offers a variety of quality breeds.
A lot of varieties of chicken here, whereby I need to take them to the Oshikoto side. There at Oshikoto, there is no lot of breeds. Or let me say, these breeds, they are not available that side. That's the reason I came here. I buy these breeds, I go groom them there myself. They produce, then once the number get increased, I start selling some of the breeds there.
Wolf Isco, a bird breeder, encourages starters that starting off with birds is not easy and it has its own risk. According to him, farmers should always rise from their failure as they will experience a lot of fallbacks in the beginning.
The most important thing is to know that it's not easy. With other words, you will make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, with other words, if chicken die, you must not die with them. You must stand up, because that's part of chicken farming.
Dink jy sy het nog steeds abandonment issues?
Is moontlik.
Ons moeite met die sprokies. Ek probeer so hard om my kind gelukkig te maak, maar ek kry dit nie reg nie.
Probeer net help, dis al.
Jy doen niks sonder bymotiewe nie.
So jy hou van die tattoo?
Nee. Maar jy kan nie liefde koop nie. En beslis nie myne nie.
Jy regular.
Am I that predictable?
Jy is 'n gereelde klant en ons net so 'n manier om koffie te drink.
How do you like your coffee?
Gewoonlik swart sonder suiker.
Does black and bitter only pertain to your coffee preference?
Ek hou maar net van my koffie sonder melk. Hoe gaan dit op bal raak slaan na 2 glase wyn?
That was part of my plan.
Wat? Om 'n tipsie te maak sodat jy kan wen.
I'm terrible at pata.
Up next is Joseph Shifeni with Business on One and the economic indicators.
Business on One is proudly brought to you by the Government Institutions Pension Fund.
Welcome to this evening's edition of Business on One. I'm your host, Joseph Shifeni. The KfW Development Bank of Germany has been providing finance to local public entities and ministries toward projects. Its country director for Namibia says this support will now extend to the local authorities with the establishment of an urban development fund.
The KfW Development Bank has been supporting Namibian entities, government, ministries and even municipalities with financial capital. In May this year, it availed nearly $2 billion towards sustainable development efforts. From this amount, $900 million was provided to the city of Windhoek for the upgrade of water infrastructure.
Urban development is a new focal area of German-Namibian cooperation. And obviously in the context of this new focal area, the support of local authorities is inherent of that new focus, and so. There is actually, we are currently preparing jointly with the Ministry of Urban and Rural Development, Urban Development Fund. Its details are still under construction, let's say. There's still a study going on and consultations going on.
Earlier this month, the bank also awarded Nampower $400 million grant for their energy storage project. The country director says the fund will not only provide funding for the municipalities, but also attract potential donors.
and such a fund shall be a sustainable vehicle for not only providing local authorities with much needed funds for their projects, so local authorities can apply for funds for their project ideas, but also to attract other donors, government funds, and even philanthropic donors at one point, if we're successful, to provide that fund with funding in order to support local authorities with their projects, with a focus on the low-income groups of local authorities.
The KfW Development Bank provides funds to projects, thereby enhancing cooperation between Germany and Namibia.
In my time here at NPC, we have witnessed KfW, the development bank from the Federal Republic, participate in a number of projects and funded by the very bank. Water infrastructure is one of them. The Cabinet Committee on Water Supply Security and the upgrading of infrastructure of the waterways in the hinterland. It's something very noble, and a lot of work is happening on the canal from Kaluek Dam into Oshakati. That, I think, to my belief, is funded by KfW. Just last week, Madam Pirich, Ambassador Herbert, Peck, myself, and the Minister of the Environment actually attended a groundbreaking ceremony at Cape Cross. KfW is funding the construction of administration facilities and accommodation facilities at much of those parks. Something that is quite noble and reviving the tourism potential with added facilities so needed.
Business on One was proudly brought to you by the Government Institutions Pension Fund.
And that is all we have for you. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages for more on the business front.
Early this morning, woke up holding my head, hearing my heartbeat all night long. Shades of this motel keeping me in bed, reading the news, just trying to stay strong. I need to just get up, take a deep breath, keep it together, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Sun on my face, feeling okay. Don't let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Feel so proud, screaming out loud. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Feel so proud, screaming out loud. It's a beautiful day.
We are molded with the utmost intricacy, unique and ever-evolving. but we will always need a guiding hand.
It was the silence that connected us all. But the journey started long before that day.
Coach has a gift to be able to spot talent a mile away.
I think the family kind of feeling makes the athletes feel like they want to perform for him.
This is a match made in heaven. We just become one. There was difficult times. I said to the girls, we didn't do all this just for one number to take us off track. We started talking about this journey, and the way we actually painted that journey is almost perfectly the way it ended.
We thought that maybe one of them will make the finals. Both of them made the finals, then the rest is history.
Quiet broken by the firing of the gun, and they're off.
And here comes Christine Bommer in second place. Will they do it today? Oh, of course! 21-81.
This one belongs to us all as one.
In other leading stories, although rental markets across most advanced economies are on a path of recovery due to the resumption of normal life, improved pace of COVID-19 vaccinations and job growth, these dynamics remain far-fetched in the Namibian market context. More specifically, demand fundamentals remain relatively weak in the local economy. This is evident in the FNB Residential Rental Index, which has retained an annual contraction of 2.3% at the end of September 2021 from the preceding quarter, which is still worse than the minus 1.3% seen in September of last year. Meanwhile, the national weighted average rent came in at 6,790 Namibia dollars at the end of September 2021 from 7,061 Namibia dollars a year ago. Franz Usiku, FNB Market Research Manager, says the continued deterioration of the residential rental market also appears to highlight easing competition pressure within the single-family market due to limited inventory, adding that this is particularly true for the central region. Most notably, the two-bedroom and one-bedroom segments recorded the largest rental contraction of 1.5% and 1.1% year-to-year to 6,512 Namibia dollars and 3,583 Namibia dollars respectively. A closer look at the central region shows that Windhoek is the biggest residential market, accounting for 92.0% of rental listings year to date. This nonetheless reflects a marginal decrease from 92.4% and 95.0% in 2020 and 2019 respectively, which according to Usiku explains the rising prominence of the coastal and northern regions as potential jurisdictions for holiday homes.
Fresh FM, young hearts, fresh beats.
Every Saturday at 7 p.m., you can stay true to Namibia sounds with a Valentine's True Music Sessions. Only on 99 FM. Stay tuned. Stay true. There's no wrong way. Valentine's. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
A girlfriend.
Whoa! Wow! Spin and win this summer. Use the MyMTC app or dial *111# and you could win a brand new Toyota Starlet, Corolla Quest or Hilux. MTC, make the connection.
Now a look at Comments Corner, your daily dose of comments from our social media pages. The affirmative repositioning movement has revealed that they have taken the fish rot issue to an international stage, thanks to a partnership with Restitution, a law firm that specializes in commercial litigation, arbitration, and the dispute resolution. The goal of the partnership, according to Job Amopanda, is to ensure that all assets associated with the fish rot scandal are recovered and invested in Namibia through the Namibia Recovery Fund. Philip prays that the AR is protected with the big task ahead, adding that it won't be easy. Nina Mihito says it's a great idea. Olga says it's nonsense. While Veno is calling on all to support the AR movement for coming up with a great idea. And that's all from Comments Corner. Be sure to post your comments on our social media pages for broadcast every day, only on Today on One.
Dear teachers, we know all the hard work you put in every day to make sure our kids get the best education possible. It's also our goal here at One Africa TV's #LearnOnOne. That's why we bring free quality supplementary lessons that are 100% Namibian, compliments of NMH's MyZone. Lessons include early childhood development programs and primary school lessons. These air on One Africa TV every weekday from 9 to 11 a.m. with repeats from 2 to 4 p.m. There's so much to learn with #LearnOnOne. Invite learning in.
Welcome to Sports on One. I'm Charo Musiandaka. The Namibia Athletes Commission and the Namibia Olympians Association recently hosted an Athletes Ambassador workshop in the capital. The two sessions attended by retired Olympians and active elite athletes provided information on being an ambassador for the country as well as how to market an individual through social media. Let's cross over to Castro Lumbu, who has more on this story.
Marketing yourself as an athlete is very significant in an athlete's career. Thus, the Namibia Athletes Commission and the Namibia Olympians Association hosted an athletes workshop in order to explain the importance of marketing and handling media.
So today's event was the first event that we facilitated from the Namibian Olympians Association, and we've combined efforts with the Namibian Athletes Commission as well as the Namibian National Olympic Committee to incorporate something that would be of value for both retired athletes, current athletes, and also for our current Olympians that are going to Tokyo within the next month. And the main topic of today's workshop was linked to how you are as an ambassador, so how do you present your country and yourself, and attached with that is how you manage media, social media, how do you market yourself, how do you brand yourself, and all of that in our view it was a nice perspective to help existing athletes deal with the media pressure, and we know there's a lot of it going on worldwide, but also for the retired athletes to understand how they can still make an impact and how they can still sell and brand themselves to make an impact in the community. And we had this discussion this morning, how fearful and how threatening the athletes sometimes perceive the media to be. There's a lot of anxiety, and it's a process to teach athletes that confidence to engage with the media on their terms, and that was part of today's session as well. It's very, very important, because every time people are scared of they being asked the wrong question, they don't come across very confident, and that's part of building the confidence for the athletes to not have that stressful fear factor, but to actually engage with the media more professionally and also in a level that they are comfortable with.
In attendance was Namibia's para-athlete Ananias Shikongo and boxer Jonas Juniors, who commended the Namibia Olympians Association for the initiative. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, Shikongo and Jonas said that preparations towards the games are going well and they are ready to represent the country.
For the morning, for the session today, it was a nice thing to educate like athletes when you become the professional athletes. So we need to know our value, and we know like to know yourself and who you are, and to think about your future. So we really train many things that make us like to just open our doors. The preparation to Tokyo is going somehow. It's not, I cannot say it's going 100%, because so far you can see due to Corona, or everything is like going down, and also the preparation for this time. Just depending on the foundation, Sport on the Move Foundation in Paralympic, they are trying to help us there and then. So, but so far we are pushing pull up the socks, because if you qualify for the competition, it's not our first time to qualify for the Tokyo, for the Paralympic. So then I have to make sure that I have to defeat my title. Even I am not going to run my 200 meter. There's other event like I'm facing 400 and 100 meters. So I'm really happy.
A lot of importance here, but this is something I already went through, you know. I know all of this, but just had to attend, but then I know all the rules and regulations to follow. With my training, everything is scheduled, and I think we shall be leaving within a week or two. I don't know whether it's to the United States or Russia. And everything is in line, I'm ready, so I'm just waiting for the date and it's time to leave. I've looked into the guys, you know, the opponents and all that, but I'm not seeing much of a competition now. Yeah, my only competition is myself, and that's basically it.
Despite recent calls from the Japanese people to cancel or postpone the games due to the ongoing unprecedented pandemic, Japanese ambassador to Namibia from Japan, Hideaki Harada, at the event showed confidence that his country is ready to successfully host the Tokyo 2020 Games, assuring that the games will go on as planned.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight. Join us again tomorrow for Sports on One, and don't forget to follow us on our social media pages.
That's all we have for you. Do join us again tomorrow, same time. Don't forget to follow us on our social media pages for more. From me, Isai Sipunga, and the rest of the team. Till next time, good night.
The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future. A hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
To the Government Institutions Pension Fund, or GIPF, Unistrat Property Investment Development Site. Located in the Namibian town of Otjiwarongo, the Unistrat Property Investment Project is one of several investments made by GIPF through its special purpose vehicles in the unlisted investment sector. GIPF is a self-administered and defined benefit fund registered in terms of the Pension Fund Act 24 of 1956 to provide a retirement, death and ancillary benefits to Namibian government employees and participating institutions. GIPF's mission is to guard and to grow the fund for the benefit of its members, and one way through which this growth is achieved by GIPF is through careful selection of and investment in projects like this low-cost housing project spearheaded by Unistrat Property Investment.
My name is Fidel Ipumbu. I'm the Managing Director of Unistrat Property Investments. We are a small-sized property development company that was fortunate enough to be awarded a tender through public-private partnership with the municipality of Otjiwarongo. We began servicing land in 2017 and completed in 2018. In August 2019, we started with the housing construction.
Unistrat stands for Unity and Strategy, pillars of the company that are aimed at moving the local business forward. A total of 3 extensions, including Extension 12, are being developed by Unistrat Property Investments and consist of a high-income, middle-income and low-income extension.
My name is Otilia Alfius. I'm the Sales and Data Capture Officer at Unistrat Property Investment since 2016. We got funds for servicing Extension 12 from Ino Harris through GIPF. And most of our clients are getting their loan from First Capital through GIPF.
GIPF invested more than 17 million Namibian dollars into Unistrat Property Investments through the Namibia Infrastructure Fund, which is managed by Ino Harris Capital, into Extension 12 of the 3 extensions that are being developed. Through cross-subsidization, Unistrat Property Investment aims to make it affordable for landowners who fall in the middle to low income brackets to be able to purchase land and own a home to call their own.
The majority of the home buyers here are government employees, and we've used funds from GIPF through Ino Capital, the fund manager, and Development Bank of Namibia. So therefore, government is a large component of financing of this project in terms of land delivery, and in support of our government to deliver land at affordable rates. We are now standing at one of the locations that is evident of that fact, that we can basically hold hands together with government and deliver land to the people as requested and as part of the manifesto as well. What we mean by cross-subsidization is where we have a low income and a middle income extension or land that is supported by a higher income extension. Therefore, it makes it affordable for the end user to actually acquire land and own a piece of land. And through this partnership with the municipality, we're able to enable a lot of home buyers to own land. As we all know, the cost of servicing is the same everywhere you go. So whether you do it here or in a different town, it's the same materials that go into the land. However, if you've got clients who cannot afford, you will need to structure a certain deal for them through cross-subsidization, which is exactly what we did here in Otjiwarongo.
A total of 64 houses are being built on the serviced land in Extension 12 with funding from GIPF. Several of these houses have already been completed and handed over to the proud new homeowners.
My name is Likezo Mwazi. I purchased my house through Unistrat Developers last year, 2019. I heard about their project through a colleague of mine at work. Then I approached their office because it was very approachable. Where the location where it's situated was very accessible. I then immediately did my application with them. All they needed was a home loan pre-approval from any bank, which I had, and an identity document. I applied with them and immediately got an approval. Construction of the house began mid-year 2019, and by the end of the year 2019, my house was completed successfully. Currently, I and my family are enjoying the house. The whole process of the construction of the house went well, and we didn't encounter any major issues.
The number of staff employed by Unistrat Property Investment grew quickly as building of homes began following the servicing of land. While COVID-19 poses a challenge, the company is hopeful for the future.
At the beginning of the project, we had 15 employees in the office, and that was to administer the sales of the land. The moment that we started building houses, we employed a further 100 builders from within Otjiwarongo. We believed wholeheartedly that empowering the town will be part of our strategy moving forward, as it also helps to alleviate poverty and generate income for the locals.
Unistrat Property Investment continues passionately with its work. It continues with the servicing of land and building of houses in Extension 12, with particular focus on low-cost housing, made possible through GIPF's investment of more than 17 million Namibian dollars through the Namibia Infrastructure Fund, which is managed by Inno Harath Capital. It's an investment that will see more Namibians being able to afford land and a home.
Prevention is important. Help prevent the spread of illness and keep yourself and others well. Hand washing is one of the most effective ways of preventing the spread of germs. Wash your hands regularly with soap and hot water, scrubbing your hands thoroughly for at least 20 seconds. Hand sanitizers can be used but are not recommended as a substitute for hand washing. Use sanitizers in addition to hand washing or in a situation where soap and water are not available. To avoid spreading germs, limit sharing of personal items such as utensils, cups, and dishes. Your skin acts as a barrier to germs, but your eyes, nose, and mouth are more vulnerable. Wash your hands thoroughly before touching your face, eating, or drinking. Avoid physical contact with others, including handshakes, fist bumps, high fives, hugs, and kisses. Social distancing is deliberately increasing the physical space between people to avoid spreading germs. While regulations may vary by country or area, the best guideline for social distancing is to maintain a distance of 6 feet from others. Germs can travel through the air from one person to another. If you sneeze or cough, do so into a tissue or the inside of your elbow to prevent the spread of germs. Avoid contact with ill individuals and insist they isolate themselves until they have recovered and are symptom-free. Clean and sanitize frequently touched common surfaces and high-traffic areas in your home and workplace several times a day. Share these guidelines with others and help prevent the spread of illness and maintain a healthy environment. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure.
We know the world is a crazy place right now, but don't panic. Take a breath, slow down, or better yet, stop completely. We'll still be here when everything settles down. In this time of uncertainty, look to nature. She has all the answers, you know. We're not only giving ourselves time to reset, we're giving nature time to restore, revive, restart. We're saving ourselves and we're saving the world. Stay home now so that we can welcome you to Namibia again soon. Yes, the world's a crazy place right now, but don't despair. Find the joy, cherish hope, breathe. Take a moment, take a few, and someday soon you'll once again be able to stare in wonder at this magnificent view. The world's a crazy place right now, But don't worry, we'll still be here. We'll see you again soon.
My name is Hilde Meton. I'm the co-owner of Alta Kalkoefen Lodge. It's a small lodge between Keetmanshoop and Ouse. Our main thing at the lodge is growing these lithops that are endemic to South Africa and Namibia. This plant is very unique because it resembles the stones that they are growing in. Living stones, that's what the name lithops are coming from. It's a very special plant. There are 36 different species. If you realize where they are growing, it's in remote areas and places where the average of the rainfall is about 120 millimeters per year. And if it's raining outside, you will see the seed capsules are opening immediately. They're flowering once a year, only white or yellow. In the seed capsules, between 200 to 1,000 little seeds. Only 2 to 5% of these little seeds will germinate. They are protected. What we're trying to do here is to make people aware of the plants. Don't collect these plants in nature. If you collect one of these plants, the possibility that they can be pollinated is very, very slim. This is the plants that we are going to reintroduce. We took a seed capsule from nature and I sow the seeds, and this is how the plants are looking in nature. We've got 40 plants here now. After a little bit of rain, we're going to reintroduce that into nature. What I wish to do for these plants is that the people acknowledge the specialness. They are really special.
Beautiful souls, this is Nikita Winkler and I am here to share easy tools for stretching that you can do just about anywhere. This is a demonstration, so what's most important is that you take the time that your body needs in each position to release its tension. Let's get started. In this session, we will be massaging the feet using a tennis ball or anything alike. You can do this sitting or standing. So first I'm going to place the ball in the center of the foot and I'm going to press into the ball to feel the foot open up, and then I'm going to start rolling the ball vertically from the inside of the foot to the center and to the outside, and I'm giving enough pressure to feel tension release. Next, I'm going to take the ball to the front of the foot, press into it, feel the ball of the foot